Welcome to Beyond the Closing Table with Setco Services. In this podcast, we delve into the world of real estate and explore what happens beyond the closing table. Join us for insightful discussions and expert interviews that will change the way you see real estate transactions. Welcome to Beyond the Closing Table. I'm George Brandon Jr., sponsored by Setco Services. Today, I have Miss Susan Lovelace. Welcome, Susan.
Glad to be here, George.
Thank you for being here. My good friend.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes my neighbor, and been here in this area for a minute, right?
Yes, I've been here since 1987.
Lord baby Jesus.
Yeah.
A little bit's changed here, huh?
Yes.
Before we get there, where did you grow up, Susan? Let's learn a little bit about you, how you got here.
Okay. Jefferson City, Missouri.
Okay.
Born and raised. Went to Stevens College, Columbia, Missouri.
How was Jefferson City? Jefferson City, I get that right?
Capital of Missouri. Great.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Best upbringing. Best growing up.
Did you grow up in a farm environment, or was it more city? Okay.
I was a city girl. I was a town girl.
Okay.
But we were on the edge of town.
Okay.
And Asbury's pasture was behind the people across the street. Now it's a city. None of that's there. But at the time when I was little, there were horses back there.
Okay.
And creatures and doggies and barns and stuff.
Did you go venture out there?
I did.
Is that where you got the bug for horses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So you started riding at a young age?
Well, I didn't have a discipline, but I was allowed to hop on Mr. Asbury's pasture horses.
Okay.
He allowed that, and we just rode, and
yeah, you're a kid, just fun.
My parents were golfers, so I was
Really?
golf clubs, and I played golf and was a swimmer, and never did have a horse, but I loved them.
Okay.
And I
so
rode every chance I could get.
Country club folk?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be us.
Interesting. Here,
Yeah.
So that was, golf wasn't quite as big back then as it is today.
No.
Both your parents, mom and dad?
Yeah, they both played. Mom played number 2 on the Jefferson City, Missouri golf team.
Wow.
So
okay.
they forced me. I'd ask for a horse, I'd get golf clubs.
Okay.
So I actually played golf in college, took golf, and I wasn't that serious, but it was kind of forced on me. I didn't dislike it. I can still hit a golf ball.
That a girl.
It just takes a long time. So I switched to tennis when I had children.
Okay. Well, good. Don't fast forward too quick. So did you play golf in high school?
I did.
Okay.
I played golf my whole life.
Okay. Good.
Till I was like 25.
Were you a good student?
I was.
Okay.
Honor Society all
Wow.
4 years.
I'm not saying you're not a wonderfully smart woman, but at the same time, I don't see you being a totally good student. But,
I really was.
Okay, all right.
I was very dutiful.
Did you get in trouble in school?
No, never.
Okay.
I
Goody
told
two
you,
shoes.
I know.
Well, I know this is for other people. Just because I know you, I gotta get it out of you.
Until I was 35.
You did what?
I didn't rebel.
Rebel?
Until I was way too old to rebel. So be glad if your girls rebel.
You wait until your 30s to get rebellious.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So where'd you go to college?
Stevens College.
Okay.
Columbia, Missouri. Fabulous.
Play golf?
I did not play on the team, but I did.
Okay,
I did
got it.
there.
Okay, got it. Okay.
My roommate had her horse there, so I would go to the stables.
Oh, okay.
Ride occasionally. It was a great school. And then
Small?
Stevens is a girls' school. Very wonderful girls' school.
Like private?
Private.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They had a drama department, art department, and humanities, design. It was a 2-year school, but the year I started, it became a 4-year.
Okay. Kind of liberal arts.
Yeah. Well, it was a girls' school.
Yeah.
Liberal
arts means something different than it did today. But anyway.
Right. It was liberal arts.
Yeah.
But it was even more liberal than regular liberal arts.
Oh, okay.
As far as like dance and design.
Yeah.
And
artists.
The arts.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of that. And
so what'd you study?
Fashion and design and art history. I was going to be an art. I then went to Missouri and was going to teach art history or art classes.
Okay.
Because there was no interior design school. That was not really a big thing then.
Yeah.
So,
did you enjoy, were you an artist or did you enjoy art? Okay.
I enjoyed art. I enjoyed design. I enjoyed really the humanities, the study of architecture and art.
Okay.
That's what I really loved.
Okay.
At that time, that was what I was going to.
That's what you were passionate about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And my mom and dad were artists. My mom painted china. My dad did oils. They were very creative musicians and artists.
I can't tell if you'd be like a ball buster teacher or like fun teacher. Did you do it?
I was pretty strict with my boy. No, I never taught.
You never actually
No,
taught.
I
Okay.
switched to interior design.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't ever teach school. I don't know if I'd have been a good teacher. I'm not very patient.
No, come on now. You're pretty patient now. All right. So you're so funny. So, all right, you graduate from there, and then you were gonna go to Missouri, or
No, I did go to Missouri
Okay.
for a year.
Okay.
Then I got married. I had 3 children.
Mm-hmm. We were still in Missouri at this time?
We lived in Missouri, and then my first husband and I moved to Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
He was with IBM. He was the manager
Okay.
of the IBM
So his job took you there.
office, and it took us there.
Okay. Were you just kind of stay-at-home mom at that
I
time?
was a stay-at-home mom.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Raising boys.
I did. I raised those boys.
God bless you.
I stayed home a good bit.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of activity with 3 boys.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
So I guess you kind of, I would say different, probably a little bit for you than Missouri.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
Loved it. The South was more fun than we ever had in Missouri.
Okay.
It was always a party.
Okay.
Always good food.
I love it. All right. So your husband was working for IBM. Where'd you go from there?
We divorced,
Okay.
and I went back to Missouri. My dad had a department store, a small ladies' specialty store. He wanted me to come home and take that over. I went home for a while, and I went back.
Did the boys go with you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Boys were always with me. I had sole custody of the boys.
I don't know this part about you, sis.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but then we moved back to Jackson.
What brought you back?
And I got a real good job there, and I just wanted to stay in the South.
Yeah,
I loved it.
you liked it.
I've been there, a while,
Mhm.
and I loved it, and I went back.
So were you working at your dad's store at the time?
I was when I was in Missouri.
Right.
I always worked with my dad.
Okay.
And
Was there any design aspect to that, or just?
Well, I did the windows. It was, I did displays, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I always loved that.
Departments or,
Yeah.
fashion kind of.
Fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
Fashion design and that kind of stuff. So, but for some reason, I didn't want to go back to Jeff City, Missouri. I loved Jackson, and so I moved back there. I got a job running a store. A lady had several stores.
Okay. What kind of store?
Clothing.
Okay.
Ladies.
Got it.
And decided to live there because Mom and Dad wanted to move south.
Oh, okay.
They were ready. They were getting kind of close to wanting to retire. And I'm like, why am I coming to Missouri when y'all want to move to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Type thing.
Makes sense.
So we sold the buildings. Daddy owned some buildings downtown, and we sold the store building, closed that, and my parents moved south.
Okay. Now,
Instead of me moving back to Missouri.
Did they move to Jackson, or did they move to?
They came to Jackson for a while and helped me.
Okay.
Because I was single mom with
Yeah.
2 boys. And
How old were the kids at
the
this,
boys
roughly?
were little. They were like 2.5 and 4.
Okay.
Andy and Clayton. And so Mom and Dad moved there. Then they moved to Gulfport because Daddy had a boat. He was at the marina in Gulfport.
Was he pretty much retired at this time?
Yeah, they were retired.
Got it. Okay.
They retired kind of young. And they just wanted to go south because, it was still cold.
Yeah.
So they eventually moved to Turnberry Isle area, Fort Lauderdale area, South Florida, because they realized
They really were
just
running from the cold.
well, it was just what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the kids loved Miami, my
Okay.
boys. And so I spent a lot of time down there.
Well, who didn't like Miami in the 80s?
Right.
I mean,
Really.
probably not a 4-year-old, but still, it's good times.
Well,
back
the
then.
boys were older.
Okay.
Mom and Daddy lived there quite a while.
Oh,
So
okay.
Andy lives there now. My
Yeah.
oldest son moved to Miami. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Okay. So you're in Jackson still, though, right?
I'm still in Jackson.
All right. Running some
Sparky.
department stores or ladies' fashion stores?
Well, then I had my third son. I remarried. I had my third son, Alex.
Yep.
And I was 30.
You married Mr. Sparky Lovelace?
No, not yet.
Oh, whoa.
That was later.
Oh. I didn't know that one. Yeah. Okay, wait a second. Back up.
I have a kind of a interesting story.
Okay. That's why we're here, Susan.
Yeah.
Give me the interesting stuff.
Well, it was just...
if I could pry it out of Lisa, I could pry it out of you.
Yeah, probably true. Probably true.
So what happened?
I have to remember. So I went back to school to Mississippi College.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Great.
Okay.
Well,
maybe not. Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, go ahead.
Great school. They opened an interior design department.
Oh.
I was already working as an interior decorator.
Okay.
But I could sense that the profession was changing. I wanted to know more, do more. So I went back to school.
So we early 80s?
Alex was born. I was 30. So
okay.
I'm not going to tell you the year.
Huh?
People might do the math.
Yeah, I okay, we'll say 70s, 80s.
Yeah. 60s.
No, Alex isn't that old.
I am just.
Yeah.
No, so anyway.
Because all right, so just big picture.
Okay.
You said Mississippi College started an interior design department. In the 70s, was that really a thing?
It was, I knew it was going to be a thing somehow.
I mean, it maybe was it more of a thing like in New York or L.A., right, but not necessarily in Jackson, Mississippi?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
And so.
I mean, people weren't soliciting what you evolved into, and we'll get there at that time to help somebody decorate their home.
Right.
Is that correct or a fair statement?
Yeah, that's correct. So I wanted to know more. And I kind of thought I wanted to be a kitchen designer because I was very into cooking then. I love that. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was working as an interior decorator. Okay. I had worked for a company called World's Draperies.
Okay.
Since I think I was 21 when I got that job and did drapes all over Jackson. Clients were my clients down here. And
really?
Mm-hmm.
That early you were doing stuff down here?
Yeah, I always did interior design.
So what did interior decorating entail then?
Draperies, helping, like in Jackson, helping somebody select a new sofa, drapes.
Okay.
Hang their art, just help,
Did you work with?
It wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
I didn't do whole huge houses and fill them with furniture.
Specific areas of the home.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Typical like the rest of the world where we're going to recover our sofa. We'll get a new sofa.
Yeah. Got it.
We're going to get everything.
Now, were you working with a storefront at that time?
I did. It was called World's Draperies.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And it was a great company that I worked for.
Okay.
And, but then, I got pregnant with Alex and I kind of retired from that because it was, busy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to do. I dragged the kids with me and, I went back to school because I didn't know if I wanted to be an architect, but I knew I wanted to be a commercial interior designer. I knew I wanted to know more and do more with interior design. It was changing. Things were changing.
Okay.
Not so much in Mississippi, but all over the country.
It's good for you to recognize that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people in Mississippi don't look out of Mississippi.
Right.
I've been there for a minute.
Yeah.
But what at that time would be the difference in what you're doing and what you're not, or not now, but what commercial design was?
Well,
or
there's a lot to know. It's a 5-year program. If you want to get a master's, there is a very.
So you went back for 5 years?
Well, see, I had 2.5 years that qualified because all my courses, because I had humanities, art, all that transferred. So what I had to do was the project courses and there were new courses that I had to take. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I started school.
So but
it took me because I didn't go full time. So it took a while. I think I went out there for 4 years.
Okay. So you're the 30-year-old with all the college kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was really smart.
Okay.
because, haha, they weren't. No, it was cute. They didn't care.
You had life street smarts.
Yes, I cared. They were having fun,
Well,
so it was pretty
not
easy.
that they weren't paying for themselves, but I think when you go back to college, something like that, you're way more invested because you're paying for it. You're doing it. You're doing it for a reason,
right?
Not just to get a degree.
Exactly. I knew I just wanted the knowledge, and I wanted to know how to hand draft and do, and learn the technical side of interior design, which I did.
Yeah,
it was good.
Okay, so you did that, but also still working.
Yeah, I was still working.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, were you married at that time?
I was. My second husband was a builder, and I did all his finishes and helped him with his houses and helped people decorate. But just kind of, it wasn't I had 3 little boys.
Yeah.
So I did what I could.
Got it. Okay.
And I worked, and but I did work for him.
Okay. It seems like a theme. Builder, interior designer, builder, realtor, matchmaking.
Yeah.
All right. So then what'd we do? You graduated, you got your interior, what was it? Is interior design degree?
I got, yes. And I got all my credentials. Mainly I wanted to sit for the NCIDQ exam eventually, which you have to have all the credentials, a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of experience. And that was just very important to me.
What is it?
The National Certification for Interior Design Qualification.
Okay.
It's an 18-hour exam. And when you finish, you are a commercial interior designer.
Okay.
16 hours. 16
in pieces, I hope.
Yeah, it's segmented.
Damn bar exams.
Back then it was 6 parts. Now it's 3. But it is a 2-day, 8-hour exam.
Okay. Do you pass it once and you're good forever? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had to do
continuing education. Yeah, typical. Okay. So you got your degree. You passed your certification?
Got my certification later.
Okay.
But I had the credentials.
That was the goal.
The goal was, to eventually do that.
Okay.
And then life kind of got in the way. Got divorced. And then I met Sparky.
Okay.
And he always thought I could do anything I ever wanted and kind of pushed me.
Mm-hmm.
We moved down to the beach, which I didn't want to do.
Really?
Condo. There was nothing here. I'm like, I've spent all this time getting my degree. I want to do interior design. I want to live in, we were going to either live in New Orleans or Destin. And he talked me into Destin. And I was in Destin.
Was there a project? Sorry to interrupt. Did he have that project going on yet?
He had about 5.
Okay.
He had done Mainsail. He was looking to do Tivoli, Fountains. He was doing things at Emerald Bay. He was all over the place.
But he was already vested in this area.
He was already down here.
Did he have any business in New Orleans?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Just Kent. I mean, they were always trying to
do something.
Alden's dad.
Yeah, his wingman. I got you.
Kent were always doing something.
God bless both their souls.
Buying a hotel, buying, whatever. A piece of dirt, going to build a huge condo. They tried to do Noriega Point. They went to Switzerland trying to raise money for that. This was like 40 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was that before Mainsail or after?
Kind of after.
Okay.
Kind of during Mainsail.
Okay.
They were trying to do that.
For those out there listening, Kent and Sparky Lovelace developed what is Mainsail here in our area. So
Jimbo Adams.
There you go. Yep, a bunch of Mississippi boys throwing up condos. Okay, so you two settled here.
We came here
in 1986.
We got our condo then, and then we moved full time the weekend of July 4th, 87 or 88.
You moved on July 4th weekend. I guess it probably wasn't like it is today.
Well, actually, we wound up going to the Windsor Court because they loaded all our furniture. We thought we were moving on July 4th.
Okay.
However, the truck wasn't going to show up till the 5th, the 6th. And we were young and dumb, we got kids everywhere. So we just went to New Orleans for the weekend because we had no furniture.
My favorite hotel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ours too.
All right. So you're here. Who's all with you? Everybody, kids wise.
Well, Dee was in college.
Okay.
Andy was a freshman at Alabama. The 2 oldest boys were in college.
Okay.
Okay. And the other 4 were with us.
Okay. So they all
Clayton actually stayed, and because he stayed in Jackson because he was really great football player, had a band, and he was like, when we moved, I think he was going into his junior year, so he lived with his dad.
Okay.
For 2 years, but then he came.
Got it.
And lived here.
Okay.
And worked with me his whole life, until I retired. Clayton and I have always been together every day.
Yeah. And he plays good music at night.
Yeah.
It's double marketing.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all are here. You got 3 of the boys here.
No, we've got
2 of the boys.
We've got 4.
4.
Because now Sparky and I have 6 boys.
Right.
Custody of 6 boys.
But you said Clayton stayed and 2 were in college. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, they were.
like living here. Yeah.
That we're living in the house.
Right.
Full
blended family.
Yes.
All right.
Summertime, they were always here.
Oh, of course.
You want to know where everybody was in the summer? They were here.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
Me too. All right. So you're here, late 80s. Sparky's out developing, doing his thing, moving and shaking as always. Mm-hmm. What did you want to do with your life at that point?
Well, we got here and I went to work for another firm.
Okay.
And
by firm, you mean an interior design firm?
A design firm.
Yep.
And knowing that I wanted to open my own business. And so, I told him that. But I did go to work here and it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was, like full whole projects. And I was.
So you were doing full projects then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you do any of like Sparky stuff?
Well, that's also an interesting, good part of the story.
Okay.
So, when I opened my own interior design firm, we were developing Tivoli in Sandestin.
Okay. When was that? When did you open it?
This was 91, I think.
Okay, so not too long after you got here.
No, not too long.
Yeah. Did Sparky push you to do that?
To open my own firm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sleeping with the developer, and I had all the I was married to the developer. Let me clarify that. And
you were married. So
he had 40 units.
Okay.
And so the time was right.
Yeah.
So I opened Clements and Lovelace with Sandra Clements,
okay.
the antique store.
Mm-hmm.
I had my little beachy design firm inside there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
And Clements just recently closed down, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. They were here from as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
So, all right, you started was it that building in Miramar? The same one?
Sandra's?
No, not your new one. The Clements.
Yeah.
You were in that store?
I went in, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Sandra and I started Clements and Lovelace.
Okay.
And she didn't really do that. She did antiques, but we were partners in the interior design firm.
Okay. So you started out, you already had a project kind of because you were married to the developer.
Right.
All right.
I did have a lot of work.
Okay.
Great work.
Well, that was
Jackson followed.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Already having some base.
Yes.
But you're also kind of cutting edge of the development of Sandestin or, a lot of the growth here. I mean, we were involved, or my parents involved with Topsail, where that thing started to build out. So it's a lot of units coming online and you're right in the middle of it.
Yes.
So it was good timing.
Very good time.
Okay. So what did you do I come to you, Susan, I need my condo decorated. Talk to me.
Okay. Well, when I opened my own firm, first I would program the client, see exactly what they wanted. Most important thing is budget.
Okay.
Young designers are weird about, afraid to ask. You got to get that really clear,
mm-hmm.
When you're programming the client, exactly what do they want.
I like it, programming. I've never heard it put that way.
It's an like architectural term. Architects do it. So it's like, they don't have, it used to be on the NCIDQ exam, and it was a very hard part of it, but it teaches you, like, every family's different. Do you have an older person that may live with you? Do you have children? Are there any health issues? So it's a lot more than just making somebody's home pretty.
Yeah.
It's making it livable and functionable for their family. And with condos, second homes, but then I did a lot of main home residences. People were beginning to move here and build big houses in Sandestin and Destiny by the Sea,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you were
opportunity.
There was opportunity. And so it was, each project was different, but I would start with them by programming them about what do they love? What do they need? And people will bring you pictures and they'll say, well, I love this room. And then if you go, well, do you like that sofa? No. Well, do you like that chair right there? No. Well, do you like the color? No. Do you like the drapes? No. What is it you like? They like the way it would feel. There was something.
The layout, maybe?
Yeah. It's a lot of psychology. It's a lot of figuring people out. Like, what do they really want?
Why do you think they took it off the exam? I would think that's an extremely important part of what you do.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know that. Probably, honestly, I've never been asked that, but probably because life's an open book and everybody's on Instagram and everybody knows everything about everybody. All you got to do is Google them.
So at some point you went into cyber stalking the program?
Yeah. No, but I mean, think about it. Like if
you're not wrong.
Now, the first thing I do is Google them. That sounds bad probably, but I even do,
we do it for hiring. I don't know what the difference is.
You're like, who are they? Yeah. Where are they from?
Someone from New Orleans got much different taste than someone probably from Nashville.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they all have different tastes, but I think where you grow up can be indicative of that too.
And you just kind of know what they do, what they're about. Do they live in the country? Do they live in the city? Whatever. So probably, maybe that's why they took it off the exam. Because computers, when I took the exam, it was all by hand. Mm-hmm. And now the exam's on a computer. So the world, it was a big change in the way business was done, the way the world was running.
Yeah. Well, you live that. So yeah, let's learn about it. All right. So you started out growth, I'm sure through the 90s with what was happening here. Right. How was you're fine. You were here during Opal.
I sure was. We had just opened the store.
Okay, so all right, let's go back. When
big store.
Yeah, when did you
94. We moved in spring of 94.
And
Opal hit.
The one in Miramar? Is that the same one?
Okay.
Miramar
store.
Yep.
And we were worried sick, and we had a little loft in New Orleans because then two of the boys were at Stanislaus.
Where?
School St. Stanislaus in Bay St. Louis.
Okay.
Past Christiane area. It was a Catholic boys' school.
Got it.
And John Hogan and Alex went there for high school.
Got it.
Because we had to go to Fort Walton then. And so, but we had a loft in New Orleans, so we went and stayed over there the night of Opal.
Okay.
And I kept calling the sheriff, the police, and wanting to know if my building was still there.
How'd it do?
It did great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, new, probably better code.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got lucky though. The thing was pretty bad.
We got real lucky. So,
was it full of furniture at the time?
Oh, yeah.
By then?
Okay. And I insisted on putting a skylight in so it wasn't a big dark cave because I like light.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, Sparky was like, why did you do that? That thing's going to blow in. It was full of beautiful furniture. We had a huge skylight in that building. Huge.
What do you help me?
The roof.
So the roof was clear?
Glass.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Okay. It's enormous.
Yeah, I'd be worried too.
We were worried many times that thing was gonna
just crash in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd get in trouble for wanting light. I'm like, you can't do design work in the dark.
No, that's smart. I agree 100%.
It was in the middle of the front.
Okay. All right. So you survived Opal.
Survived Opal.
All right. Made it through.
Yes.
Continued to grow. How was it?
It was gangbusters.
Yeah.
Until 2008, I think, or 7, whenever things, I can't remember years. It's very weird. I have to.
Oh, I can remember 2008.
Well, I mean, I remember everything that happened. Yeah. Like I might get the chronological year wrong because I'm like, what year was that? Because when you've lived a lot of years,
they blend together. It happens. It happens. I'll bring you back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So 2000s, we go through, y'all are growing, successful business growing. This area's on fire.
Right.
Did you made your way out to 30A?
We did. We opened a store across from the sales office at Watercolor.
Okay.
Second store.
Nice.
No, third store. We had one in Grayton Beach.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Two.
When did you
Yeah,
open the
three.
Great Beach one?
I don't know the year.
Okay. Before.
Let me think. Probably
Smaller shop or?
it was, yes.
Where was it?
Do you know where Barago is?
Yeah.
Right next door to Barago.
Okay.
That side of the building.
Got
That
it.
was ours.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
do that
great.
part. I mean, you were there. I was there. I just,
Store, yeah.
I wasn't going into interior design stores at that time, Susan.
Different places.
Yeah, that's right.
You might have gone to Barago.
I was probably at the bar next door for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. At that time.
Look over it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I was, it was, yeah. Anyway. So y'all opened a store of Watercolor too?
Yes.
Nice. So, I mean, that was right on the cusp of that place blowing up.
It was.
So y'all did a bunch of houses in there?
We did.
And you work with your son the whole time, right?
Well, Clayton was the manager.
Okay.
Running Lovelace Interiors at that time. And he went into real estate. I don't know what year. I don't know.
We've been in it for a minute. We know that.
Yeah, probably.
Since I can remember.
The chronological year isn't important, but he transitioned. Well, and it was when things slowed down and business got tough.
Yeah.
And we were like, you probably, the furniture business isn't quite as lucrative as it was. I mean, we made it, but you just had to change strategy a lot.
Yeah. So you had a Clayton managing. Did you have two like factions of the business? Because you sold furniture, yes. Correct?
Showroom plus interior design.
Are those separate?
They were.
Did you kind of keep them separate?
We did. We tried to keep that. We tried to keep the showroom. Well, we had to because of our computer setup, the way jobs work. That we had, it's just a different transaction.
Okay.
A sale when somebody walks in and buys a bunch of furniture.
But I could walk in and I could buy a couch.
You could buy anything you wanted.
Okay. Got it.
And people would walk in and
sure, a massive storefront.
It was a huge store, so they could pretty much do their house from what we had in the warehouse and there.
Okay.
And that was great. We didn't have to order as much, but we did a lot of higher end custom ordering.
Okay.
Both.
All right.
So really there were two separate parts to the business, the Lovelace Interiors showroom and then the Lovelace Interiors licensed interior design firm. And they the books were kept different.
Did you have other interior designers work with you?
I had 38 employees.
Okay. Well,
16 of them were interior designers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because all I've ever heard is Susan Lovelace did my house. And,
well,
I know more than
I did have three of them were my assistants, and I did do a lot for a long time. And then I'm not going to fast forward, but when we get there, you'll hear the rest of the story.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll get there. All right, so you go. Let's hit on the downturn. So how did that affect y'all? I know how it affected real estate, of course.
Well, I'll just tell you, I'm still mad because I didn't get any money from BP, and I could see the ocean from my office.
Really? That's disappointing.
Gave me a fever blister.
I bet it did. We even got money from them.
I know.
It took us. Well, the sad part of that is, Susan, is someone like you who owns a business with 38 employees. And I'm not discounting anybody that went down there.
Yeah.
With our company, I remember we cut 1/2 of one payroll, so a quarter of a month. And I just told everybody, I said, look, we need a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that would sustain, but we could, like you all, we had sustainability. Yeah. And I never laid anybody off. But you would see or hear or be told, a line cook at a restaurant goes and gets a $70,000 check. And I fought for 2.5 years before we got a check. I didn't get a check until 2012. So by that time, it was cash.
We fought it enough but But I had Alex, who's a lawyer. He was working with Sparky in the law firm. They handled it.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why we didn't, because it affected us big time.
Oh, for sure.
But anyway, we made it in spite of it.
But go before that, because that was kind of on the tail end. We kind of got double whacked. We had a real estate crash.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. And then, I know we are in the same footprint. So with Setco, we felt like we're coming out, and then boom,
right,
oil spill.
Yes.
And it's like, punch me in the face,
Hit me again.
Yeah. Hit me again, Ike. So, how were y'all 08 to 09 through that time?
Well, here's what I did. The worst thing that happened to me, I had Lloyd's of London. We had a tremendous amount of inventory, and I had that huge warehouse, and we were doing all these big houses. So I had several $1 million worth of inventory.
Okay.
I lost my insurance.
Because
they wouldn't insure anymore. You could not, it was insurance on my inventory. And
well, that didn't make a lot of sense.
Or they wouldn't do it. We could not buy insurance because of
the real estate economy.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Everything. So
you got $3 million worth of inventory uninsured sitting in that building. I bet Sparky was asking about that skylight again.
Exactly. And we even had some inventory over in a warehouse close to the beach. And so then we started getting really worried because we couldn't insure the goods. So I'm not that much of a gambler. And the thing was, I was responsible because people had paid for that inventory, or they had put a deposit on it. And so it's in that building. And so I cut my inventory levels for my business so I could insure my sold goods. See, we had sold goods in there.
Okay.
And so
these are already homes waiting to be finished.
Yes.
You've got inventory for that. So it says unsold stuff.
We didn't use an outside storage.
Yeah.
Then we had our own.
So you were able to.
So it just changed. And I think my daddy raised me to be a businesswoman, but I thought, I've got to cut back my own inventory so that I can insure the client's inventory.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
And also the other hit then was we were paying, these numbers aren't exactly right. Let's say we paid $25,000 a year for insurance. Now it's $200,000 to get for $3 million. Now it's $200,000 to get $1 million worth of insurance on inventory. Yep.
Really?
Ouch. Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Well, think about So I don't know. I think it's straightened out now, but we were doing business in a really
so that happened. Yeah, but that happened in a downturn.
I'm not that much of a gambler. I'm not. What am I going to do? And I had this. So I turned Grayton and the store. I leased out spaces to other vendors.
Okay.
I had my inventory in there, and I tried to keep it around, an insurable amount. And then I used the building, started using my building more for storage, and then I leased out spaces.
Okay.
To people.
So you had to punt.
I punted.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of us punted in that time. Yeah. So
I think we did good because we survived.
You came out of it. So all right, made it through downturn, smack with oil spill, which I guess people still had homes here, but I mean, did it have the same impact it had on you as it did like for us for 6 months to a year?
Because we were pretty much new construction, and people weren't moving and buying and building. And it definitely affected it. It was a stigma, and it was like everybody's worried. When people are worried about their real estate, they don't spend money on furniture.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And
it was so silly. I mean, I could go into, that COVID and all the stuff, but the media, you were here. I've said this on here before. I have friends that vacationed here from Memphis for, generational. And they're calling up like, there's, I got a newborn and there's oil in the air. I'm like,
I know.
No, there's not.
Yeah. We didn't, did we even ever have oil?
There was, the only reason I know this because Senior was the president of Topsail at the time.
Yeah.
One like group of old balls washed up somewhere along the Topsail beach one day.
And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
All those boats out there, all the people walking up and down the beach. It's just crazy. And I'm not saying there weren't problems.
Yeah.
But to think that because there's a spill way out in the Gulf, that the air quality is diminished. It's just the crap people come up with. But anyway, we digress. Yeah. Okay, so we both made it out of the oil spill.
Yes.
I eventually got some money 2 years later, but by then, the market was continuing to get better and better and better here in our area, our beautiful area. So what happened after that?
Now, what year was the oil spill?
10. So we're looking at 11, 12, moving into.
Okay. Everything was really rocking and rolling from once we got through that.
You got back to where you were?
Back on our feet.
Did the inventory thing ever change?
Yeah, we were able to get better insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Those numbers are baffling to me.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I don't know if it was we weren't negotiating right. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we backpedaled and we just hunkered down.
Yeah, we all did. Sure.
And then, like you say, then it started.
You look, good business people are going to punt. They're going to adjust. They're going to bob and weave. I was, like you guys, I never had to lay anybody off, but I because I knew it would come back eventually.
Yes. We were like that. And I will say that, I think that everybody that goes into business needs capital as backup because you can't ride these storms out and they're going to, their business ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
It's like everything else.
Well, here it can be literal storms or storm in the form of oil spill, or just,
and I think
national
that's really
crash
everywhere. I don't think it's just
any business.
And I know like this winter, I was looking at the weather a lot and I'm thinking, thank God for Florida. I'm so happy I live here. And I've lived here a long time. I love it. I don't get frustrated with it. You just have to appreciate the good. And I'm glad it's not 10 below. And I'm glad we're not, like what happened.
In Oxford.
I just thought, I'm really glad I'm here. I really do love Florida.
It's a great place to be.
It is a great place.
Yeah, we're very blessed.
That's why it comes back.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It bounces back. People want to be here.
They want to.
At that time, as you came out of the downturn, there was over 1,000 people moving here a day.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
And growing. Just like, what's that?
Yeah. Well, it took a minute, but, I think the big difference, oil spill, some effects, you had cleaned up. When I say clean up, the foreclosure short sale world had started to die off.
Yes.
And we were clicking back up, and then, the Gulf had the oil spill, but this is also still a place that everybody wants to be. You can't recreate this beach. So you had a lot of cash investors come to this market in that time, even though, it was kind of a bloodbath because it was so dramatic here.
Yeah.
The inflation of prices and everything. But then boom, the market starts to move and the points are set, and then it starts to move back up. So that people want to be here. And
they do.
It's evident as we drove in today, Susan, the cluster that's outside.
I know. It's like, how fun is this?
Yeah, until you try to park.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Good. No, I talk about this on the podcast because I know everybody, we do it in Rosemary Beach. It's amazing. But people come here and you park, and that's why you ride bikes, and there's thousands of people out there walking around right now. Okay, so you come out of the oil spill, energy's back. I know that it's growing,
and I think that's when Clayton, I think it was probably in 10 that he started his
real estate. Makes sense.
That's making sense
to me. Okay,
of when all these things that were going on to get it with the right year.
Yeah. So our local economy, if you will, is definitely bouncing back. What is Lovelace Interiors doing?
Well, we're rocking along.
Okay.
Things
Yep.
are good because there's more people coming here for main residences,
Mm-hmm.
and we were busy. We were doing really good in those years.
Okay.
I guess from 12 to 20.
Yeah. 12 to COVID. If you couldn't make money, you probably didn't be there.
I'm getting the years wrong. I'm way off. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That sounded right.
I missed. What is wrong with me? Okay, I missed. Well, in the year 2000, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
And way before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back.
26 years ago.
Okay.
In the middle of all this. So we went through some scary times then.
Yep. Understand.
With the business and personally. And yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, it's okay. You're here
I
now.
wasn't thinking it was in 2000, but it was.
Yeah. Okay. That was way before all that.
Yeah.
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 Well, look at you.
I'm just glad to be
you look just fine.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be here. I was just so glad to be here. I don't think that, like, a lot of those things shook me that much. I was just happy to be alive.
That's definitely a positive way to look at it. I mean, why not? Yeah, okay.
Evidently, because I kind of
breezed over that one.
Breezed over the big event.
Yeah. I mean, but you had the business at that time.
Oh, yeah.
It was running and growing.
I was traveling and working and I never stopped.
Okay.
I never stopped.
So y'all grew through the teens, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, not grew, I mean, probably sustained, but, probably making good money. If you were in some form of real estate, whether you're agent associated in this area and you couldn't make money, when I say real estate, the whole gamut, whether it's rental, interior design, furniture, if you couldn't make money then, you probably need to go find another job.
Right.
Just my humble opinion. Because if it wasn't, not that we didn't work hard.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. In fact, like you, I'm sure, we were all busy if we were decent at it.
Yeah.
But there were plenty of people also that aren't very decent at our businesses that got into it and whatever. That, you sustain growth and then COVID hits, right? Did we breeze over anything in the tents? Did we breeze over any life-changing events through that?
Well, Sparky was diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
In 18.
Uh-huh.
COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to have stem cell. We weren't able to have it for 7 months. But he was diagnosed in August, I guess, of 18, and passed January 2nd of 21. So I don't really remember COVID.
Yep.
I was a caregiver. I couldn't get help, and we were going through our own
personal stuff. I get it.
And COVID was just one more thing.
Yeah.
It made it hard.
Mm-hmm.
And they shut the hospital down. And
well, that's where I would imagine the really tough part.
Yes.
Because you really couldn't get help.
Well, they still did keep, we were at Ochsner's. We were living in New Orleans, and they kept we could see the COVID part of the hospital and people in hazmat suits, but they did keep, there were only like maybe 3 parts of the hospital that they did not shut down for COVID, and one of them was oncology. They just couldn't.
Yeah,
people have to have care. So we were still there. It was a ghost town,
So you did that night.
We came home for about 6 months, because unless he got an infection or something, we had to go to the hospital. We didn't stay. We didn't stay over there. Came home for a while.
Okay.
That was the only thing that affected us. My business was rocking along because we were allowed to keep the warehouse open.
Yep.
Because
thank you, Governor DeSantis.
Yes, because we provided things for homes, things people needed in our store. We had Riedel crystal and pots and pans and towels and bedding, and so they let us, we were operating.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but
Well, it was
We
kind of,
weren't black and dark. We didn't have to go dark. Now,
well,
Inlet, I had to shut down.
yeah.
That store was dark, but the big store was operating. And we were doing design projects because people were stuck at home. We were busier than ever. Everybody sat there and then they'd be like working or they'd be doing business and they'd go, oh my gosh, I'm on these Zoom calls and everything and it's so ugly in here.
Yeah.
Can y'all come fix it? And we were still working.
Yeah. Well, I think, anybody associated with one being in Florida,
Yeah.
we're all blessed for that. And then two, like you said, we were, 3-4 weeks. And then like the water faucet opened back up and then you're guzzling out of it within 6 months because it just goes crazy here because we're in Florida. Yeah. And like you said, I'm sure, we had people move down here that had second homes and they're buying another home because it wasn't big enough because they moved a family. And then what do they need? Furniture. They need design and furniture.
Right.
So not surprising there, but who was holding down the fort for you? Because I know you were.
Well, I didn't work for about a year. I mean, I worked. I had huge projects, and I had people. I had learned to partner with the wonderful designers like Lindsay Miller Cannon, Karen Kearns, Cassidy, the girls that are still there, Karen McBroom, that now own Lovelace.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay bought it from me, but those girls I would partner with, so they kept going.
Got it.
Projects going.
So you could take care of Sparky.
So I could do what I need to be doing.
Okay.
And then when, COVID wasn't completely over when Sparky passed away.
Yeah, I remember.
So, we couldn't even have a funeral,
That's sad. So stupid.
It was so sad. But, we had one, but it was just family.
Yeah.
And Clayton couldn't even be there because he had COVID, so.
It's not funny, but it was
I know. It was just crazy times. But then, boom, here I am. I'm left with this huge.
Are you referring to your business you built?
Yes, okay. Yes. Now what do I do?
Most people are proud of that, Susan. I got this huge thing I got to deal with.
Lord.
Okay. So I know you took a little time to.
I did.
Mourn, rightfully so.
Actually, I had a big project Lisa and I were involved in. And, about 10 days after Sparky's service, I was on a Zoom call doing one of the hugest things ever. And then...
Why was it so big? You can talk in generalities. I'm just curious.
Well, it was just a huge project with lots of different, like 5 different, a builder, architect, a owner, an entrepreneur, a design team. It was a big deal.
Okay.
So that was going on. And then I honestly was hired. I think that some of my clients thought I would retire.
Mm-hmm.
And I was busier than I've ever been.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Till I retired. I did the most amazing house at 4 Mile Village I've ever worked on. Everything we did was just fabulous. Big projects.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It really was. And it helped me, get up every morning. And I think it gave me purpose. And I was working but I also didn't know how to get out. I should have retired. We didn't have an exit strategy. We were talking about that. Small businesses, a lot of times you don't.
No, unless some opportunities present or you go pursue it.
Right. And, just all these things happen kind of quickly. And we were sort of semi-retired from a couple times, but we went right back to work. So we
what do you mean by that?
Your business doesn't do well when you semi-retire.
I
moved to Colorado for a few years, did my horse thing. I was out there 6 months out of the year. Sparky was deep sea fishing and loving that, he and Emil. And we just tried to retire, but
couldn't do it.
We had to go back to work,
So it just didn't, the well-oiled machine does not run as well without you.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's fair. You see that a lot.
Yeah.
Unless you have a long-term transition plan, especially in family business. And did Clayton have any interest in doing it?
Nobody wanted it. None of the kids wanted it, nobody did.
Uber successful.
And I have 18. I have 6 boys, 5 daughter-in-laws, and 7 grandchildren. Okay, there's a lot of people there. Nobody was interested. And they had seen how hard that we had worked and I had worked, and they loved it. Oh, they loved their homes and all their furnishings and stuff.
Well, yeah, everybody loves the benefits.
Yeah. But no, nobody was an interior designer, and none of my kids went into that, or the daughter-in-laws.
I don't think you want to.
They worked there.
Yeah, but I've seen, there's books about it, generational shifts. And if you don't have somebody that's passionate about it,
right,
it doesn't work.
No.
I mean, how many stories have you heard about second and third generation running amazing businesses right into the ground?
Right.
So, I'm probably a little unique, but I always wanted to work with my dad.
Yeah.
So, this is just where I ended up. And I still love it today.
Yeah.
But I love the business part of it.
Yeah. You love the business, and it wasn't their passion, and it was a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. So, all right. Okay, since you brought up, you didn't have an exit strategy, what did you do?
Started cleaning out my warehouse, and I was like a janitorial person for about 2 years. I mean, it had ski equipment from 40 years ago in there. I found 2 fronts of trucks that we had owned that had some damage in that warehouse. That warehouse was huge. Stereo equipment, people's art. It was huge.
I know. It's big.
It was jammed full. It took
so just junk that's been stuck in
9 months to clean that out, all day, every day, 5 days.
What'd you do with the stuff?
I furnished aliquot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you for your generosity.
I was very generous. I donated probably 6 trucks to Path of Grace.
Okay.
I like that organization.
Yep.
And
local guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eddie Mansfield.
Mm-hmm.
I sold things, anything I could, gave a lot away, furnished kids' houses, grandkids' places. Started.
The business was still operating, though, right?
Yeah,
you're just cleaning out stuff you can't really move.
Yes. When you have a warehouse and it's been there since 94, now we're in 2004.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah,
but I got you. Yeah, 40 years worth of stuff.
And everybody knew we had a warehouse.
Yeah.
So do you keep this? Oh, can I put my motorcycle? No, it has gas in it. No, it'll catch up. No, you can't put that in here. You can't put your lawnmower in here, but you can put your furniture and your skis.
It was the Lovelace storage facility for friends and family?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at no charge, which is great.
Sounds like a hell of a deal.
People make a lot of money.
Yeah, you think?
Storage buildings.
Look at all the ones up and down 98.
Free.
I should have asked.
Yeah, you should have asked to put all your stuff there.
I know she's pointing to me because I got a very small warehouse and I'm doing the same thing. It's like, you have a warehouse? Oh, can I put stuff there?
No.
So how did you, other than cleaning out, I mean, you made some transition. How did it come up?
How did what?
The transition to selling the business.
Well, I was in the middle of trying to clean it up. I had to fix the roof. There were leaks, of just sort of getting the business on track.
Okay.
Was my goal. I wasn't like I'm selling it at that time. I was like, I've been gone for 2 years, being, nursing my husband, and with all these things that have happened. And now I'm just here. I'm going to straighten things out. I'm going to get it back on its feet. I'm working. Business was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably shouldn't have retired because it was great. Well, then there was another downturn, with a few years ago when
22 kind of started going that way.
Yeah, a little bit. So I was just cleaning up, and then one day Clayton asked me if I'd show the building. And I said, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then it
Why not?
just kind of evolved from there. So we did. And we got a buyer.
Awesome.
So
Congrats.
it took about a year, about 9 months for all that to come to fruition.
Okay.
And so then I really had to clean out everything and move. And but it was such a blessing for me because, and people would say to me, well, why don't you just lock the door and leave? And I'm like, well, I've got a lot of inventory. I've got a lot of money invested here.
Well, yeah, you have a very valuable building on storefront on 98.
I'm like, I can't, that's not a luxury bet. Because a lot of my friends would be like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you working so hard? And I'm like, well, who do you think's going to do it?
Yeah. Fair.
Well, why don't you just call somebody who, there is nobody to call, I got to do it.
Yeah.
So I did. I had help.
Yeah, but somebody got to make the decisions about what to do here, what to do there.
I had physical help.
Yeah.
Not really mental help. Yeah. I mean, I had good advice from people, great advice of what to do. And so Clayton brought the buyer. We got the building sold.
Okay. So what about the business part of it?
Well, the business was still alive. And I just... Clayton bought an office, so now I'm leasing from him. He'd always leased his office from me, and I opened up a resource room and a meeting place, and I had like 4, I think, the resource room and 4 offices in his office at Fountain Plaza across the road.
Yeah, right down the street from us.
And then we had that's where the back room was, because Inlet, I had the showroom, but I couldn't afford to have the back. I mean, I needed that for retail.
Mm-hmm.
So the back room was at Fountain Plaza with a resource room with all the, like wallpaper, books, and lots. You could work there.
Yeah.
So we got down to a small space with Clayton at his office and one store at Inlet Beach.
Okay.
10,000 feet.
And then that slowed down.
Started to slow down, so I sublet the back of my building. So then I had 5,000 feet. So I just kept.
You own that building?
No.
Okay.
I leased there.
Got it. Okay.
I leased out there. So, and John Freer was a great tenant. And so when my lease came up, we sublet to renovation flooring, and they eventually took over the whole space.
Awesome.
So I kept that, I guess, for like 2 more years. The small one, maybe 3, 2.5, I think. And it just one day I said, okay, business was starting to slow down. And I could just feel it. I don't know, I had these premonitions, but I just think a lot and pick up on what's going on around me, try to listen, not talk. But I just had this. Well, and then I did napkin math one day. And Andy said it was pretty right on. And I figured out if we had another downturn, what it was going to take and the age I was and how much money I was going to have to invest in my business to stay cranking and, a good business. And I thought, I don't want to do it. It was on a Sunday morning that I did my napkin math. And it was, I don't know if it was God or what, but I was like, it's time. This is a message. And I wasn't being like negative or like, but I just felt it. That it was going to be a struggle for a couple years, financially, probably, that I just didn't want to do again at my age. And like my son Andy's my financial analyst, and he's like, well, Mom, if you were 50, you ride it out again, come out on top. But it's you by yourself. And, I think it'll take this amount of money to ride it out the way you like to do things and do business. And is that what you want to do? And I said, no, not now. I want to enjoy life.
And you're doing that.
Yeah.
Good for you. I love it. But you did sell the design portion too?
Yes, to Lindsay.
Okay.
Colby, Lindsay
Good.
Miller Cannon and Colby Cannon
Mm-hmm.
bought Lovelace Interiors. You'll see all their Instagram and all that. She didn't change the name. It's still Lovelace Interiors. And the designers that work there had all been with me for years and years and years, like 20 years.
Do you go visit them?
Oh, yeah. I saw them today.
Okay.
It's still my our paralegal, my accounting person that takes care of me.
Yeah.
Is there.
Okay.
That office. And then the resource, they leased from Clayton now. They took over my space
Right.
that I had. So, yeah, my people are all there.
Okay.
I go in and kind of boss everybody around.
Well, you should come say hello. I'm right there.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, you are in that building?
Yeah, I'm in the Fountain Plaza.
Oh, well,
I have the whole back end of the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I saw, but I didn't know that's where you stay.
My desk is there. I'm not there all the time.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
So now you're just retired having fun.
Well, about 3 months ago, Clayton said, Mom, you're paying for this office. Are you ever going to come? And you know what I said? Hell no.
See ya?
No, probably not.
You got plenty of room. You can have a home office.
I go sit in Sandy's office.
Yeah.
I go in the resource room. I go in Clayton's office. Or I sit in the front reception area. I said, I don't need an office.
Do they still call you for advice?
No.
Okay. Well, then
Not really. I think I taught them everything I know.
Perfect. Wash your hands. You deserve it.
Yeah, I kind of call them for advice.
So what just, you're in a world that I don't know business wise. I mean, it's still business, but as you've progressed, come here from the 80s to the 90s, what are some of the biggest changes you saw in like how interior design's done?
In interior design?
Yeah.
In like the aesthetic, the artistic part, or the business?
No, the more the business side.
Well,
I don't get into all the flower pillows and that crap, Susan. You know that.
I knew that. I thought you might want to know trends.
Well, no.
I knew better. I knew better.
I'll let you and Stephanie talk about it over a glass of wine.
Yeah, we like that. I like to talk about fluff.
Yeah.
Honestly, night and day difference in the interior design field, I think. And the people, it's hard. I mean, school is hard. There's a lot to learn. There are great designers that are getting out of school with degrees that do beautiful work. There's interior decorators that are just talented. I think it depends what you're looking for, but I just think it's more respected as a profession, that you should hire someone that has the credentials and the business acumen and the sustainability to finish your project the way you want. And so I do think it's a more serious business now than it maybe was 25 years ago, a real business.
Yeah.
Rather than, but that's not what everybody needs. It depends, like, again, you have to program the project. What is the project? Now, you don't want an interior decorator doing your hospital or your restaurant or commercial projects, probably. Now, they could come in and pick paint colors and put cute chairs there, but their chairs better be sturdy.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of safety that maybe not everybody knows. So I think that it has become a better. It should. Well, and the codes are always changing.
Mm-hmm. Especially in Florida.
Yeah. And Florida's strict.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all. When I started years and years ago doing this, many years ago, doing draperies, it wasn't the same as it is today.
Do you have vendors call on you?
I still do. I get so many emails I can't get rid of. I don't want to get them off. It's not like I don't mean I want to get rid of them, but
I understand.
They still think
you can't help them.
Yeah,
we're not buying anything.
Yeah.
So, but like if XYZ company makes couches, they're calling on you to try and sell their couches. Is that kind of how it works?
Yes. Yeah. They're selling
all
day long. Now, Lindsay, who bought my business, if I'm going to do a project, I'm probably going to go through, I'm going to go through Lindsay
Mm-hmm.
because she gave me a lifetime spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was part of our deal.
Well, that was nice of her.
You know,
you
I
did
gave
build
her a
the company
really
for
good
40
deal,
years, you know. Just,
yeah. No, so it like, and I tell people.
Still your namesake.
Yeah. Well, people will call me and say, can you get me a sofa? And I'm like, actually, no, I can't anymore. I don't have the lines. Lindsay has the lines.
Yeah.
But I can connect you. Now, so if I
they're not calling on you, but you're retired.
I'm retired.
You can't.
I really am retired.
You don't have the hookups anymore.
I don't really have the hookups. Now, I can go to market and somebody could go with me and pick out whatever they want. We run it through. And I did form my own. I still have all the stuff to be able to work. I'm not set up for it now.
What is that? Because we know each other, and I think that's probably pretty evident if somebody listens to this podcast. I'm into cars and,
yes,
fast things.
I know all about you.
Yes. But what is this market thing?
I can see your TV.
That's right.
From my front door.
Well, everybody talks about market. What is, when you say go to market, what does that mean?
Well, there's the largest international home furnishings market twice a year in High Point, North Carolina.
Okay.
Right up by Greensboro. Used to be the furniture was all made up there. It's not any longer.
Is that how it evolved, kind of?
That's how it got, yes.
Okay.
I knew one of the ladies that actually, believe it or not, I'll tell you, she was way older than me, but she helped start High Point. She lived there. They owned Tomlinson Furniture Company, which was a fabulous high-end furniture line.
Is High Point kind of become a area?
Yeah, it's a town. It's a triad. There's Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and High Point.
Okay.
And High Point's really where that's where Furniture Market is.
Okay.
High Point.
Got it.
But it's a little town.
Okay.
So this lady kind of started High Point because every year she would make all of her upholstery and she'd redecorate her house. And she would invite people to their showroom and to her home. And that's years and years and years ago. So people that were in the business started going there to buy their wares rather than from a picture or a traveling guy, a rep.
Okay. And that evolved into what? Like, what do you go to market for? Just to see stuff?
Yeah.
Or do you buy stuff?
Oh, you buy. I went to buy.
Okay.
For my showroom. But it's huge, George. It's enormous. It takes a week to see it all, and you don't see it all.
Really?
It's
like a damn museum or something.
It's
a massive museum.
Well, it's like
a museum for new furniture.
10 buildings that are, some of them are 18 stories, and it's all home stuff.
Okay. All right.
And I went for years and years.
But that's where you're exposed to new trends and
all the new
brands or whatever. Okay. All right. Makes sense.
You see it and you order it, and then it's 6 months out on the new, but you replenish your goods and, you see everything. And the more you go, the more you learn and the more you know. You know all the, I went for so long, that's how you learn the business is there.
Okay. That makes sense. And that's the only place.
Well, Atlanta has it. Dallas has a market. But
the other one.
Furniture, they're more, they're furniture and accessories. Dallas has a market, Atlanta, now Vegas, LA. There's design centers all over, but there's only one High Point.
Got it. That's a cat's meow.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is usually where I ask you how people can find you, but you don't want to be found anymore.
I don't. Just with my friends. If there's something fun going on, they can find me.
How did you become such a passionate horse person? Could you love to ride? We didn't really get into that, and we don't have to spend.
Well, I always was, and I started riding in Colorado when I bought my house outside Aspen with Debbie Fields, Miss Fields Cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Riding with her and girlfriends out there, and just decided I wanted a horse. And I went out, we bought a house. I went and took a golf lesson because I was going to play bridge and golf. So I played.
Sounds very retirement.
It was. And this was about 20 years ago.
Okay.
So I
love it.
played bridge twice with the bridge group. And I hadn't played in a long time, 25 years, but I used to play duplicate bridge. So I kind of remembered and went for bridge club. And then a couple days later, I went to the ladies' golf. It wasn't very good. So I said, okay, I'm signing up for golf lessons. So like the following week, I'm up in this beautiful place looking at the mountains, hitting the golf ball. And the pro said, you got a good swing. You can hit a golf ball. I said, yeah, but I have no game. No game. And I need game. And he said, well, you got the foundation. You got the foundation. Yeah. We'll get you there. And I'm sitting there. I mean, I'm swinging the golf club and I'm loving it. It's so beautiful. And I'm looking at the mountains and it's just this beautiful day. And I left, and it was up on the back side of Aspen Glen where we live. And you could see the river, and I drove to the co-op because I needed some things. So I went to the co-op, and there was a picture of Belle, my first horse, on the window. And I called the girl because on the ride down and to town, I thought, what am I doing? I've worked my whole life. I can do whatever I want now, and it's not golf and it's not bridge. I want to ride horses on these mountains. And
you went from golf to buying a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, everybody knew I wanted a horse.
Yeah.
But so
did you tell Sparky?
Well, I went and saw her. I called the girl that had her. She was moving back to Germany. She had been in a John Lyons year. The horse had been in John Lyons' program, was very, very trained, fabulous horse. And I fell in love with her. You know, I rode her and I just became obsessed. Her picture's on the refrigerator. Sparky comes to the mountains because he was working and I took the summer off. And he's like, why is that horse on the refrigerator? I said, that's Belle. That's going to be my horse. And he's like, no, we're not getting a horse. And I'm like, I really love her. And she's a really wonderful horse. She's not that expensive. Will you go see her? And he said, yeah, I said, will you go meet her? And I said, I'll ride her. And, you know, then Connie will show you all the things she can do because I can't do all that. And because she was a trainer.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. So on the way back, we see Belle, we take the border collie, we have this great day. And on the way back, he says to me, don't you think you're maybe a little old to start riding a horse? And I wasn't that old then. And it was weird because we were out by Rifle, Colorado in the middle of nowhere. And there was this old folks home. Old. I said, turn there. He didn't even know where he was turning. I said, turn here. And he turns in, it's gravel. He turns in, and there's this. And I went, well, let's just go check in. You and me, we'll just go check in here. He said, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, you said I was too old. Should we just go on and check in?
Get on with it.
And he's like, he's just horrified, you know, that he knew he really got to me. So it was funny. Of course, he bought me the horse.
Mm-hmm.
But my girlfriends, I told them up at where I boarded, this beautiful place right up on top of the mountain, down Valley Aspen. And I told them all, because now I'm riding and now I've got 3 horses. I said, well, all this started, my husband told me I was too old. So they picked on him forever because they were all my age, you know, and they're like, hey, we're the old girls, you know.
I love it.
Doing drill team at the rodeo and all this fun stuff and riding.
Good for y'all.
So anyway, but we did not buy her till Alex graduated from law school.
Okay.
When number 6 graduated from his higher education, I bought a horse.
Okay. Well, now you still ride.
And I still ride and I love them and
good for you.
It's great. They've healed me. They've helped me they've taught me strength and just things I needed to know in my life,
Yeah.
I think, because I raised humans and lots of dogs, lots of animals, but I don't know. There's something really powerful and majestic and healing about caring for a horse. And, they use it. I have a friend, and she has a beautiful place in Auburn, and it's for children with disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
like like autism, that they can do some things, and lots of disabilities. And so horses are very healing.
I love it.
For humans, battered women, they're finding, it. But what it does, it's like if you can lift a 1,200-pound animal's hoof and clean it out and clean his legs and do all those things, it teaches you resilience and strength, and I don't know.
It can be therapeutic.
That's the word I was saying. It's very therapeutic, but it also helps you grow in your strength, in your just believing in yourself, that you can do some things you didn't know you could do. It's kind of like working out. It's like lifting weights. It's like jujitsu.
Different. Yeah.
It's like any sport and horses are a big sport in this world.
Yeah.
And so it just teaches you lots of stuff.
I love it.
That's what it did for me, anyway.
Well, I think it's great. People need to hear that. There may be somebody out there listening that,
it would help them.
Go ride a horse.
Yeah. Or just go help somebody with horses,
Yeah.
Be around them.
I can't. I'm allergic. But still, I see where you're coming from.
Well,
no one's perfect, right?
I got medicine. I got Zyrtec.
You're too fun. Thank you for doing this.
Well,
you're an amazing lady. I enjoy being your friend. You're a staple in this community. You've done so much here. I think it's cool what you've been able to accomplish in your story. So thank you for being on here.
George.
You're the best, Susan.
Thank you. You're the best.
Bye, y'all.